This is Greenhat-Redbeard Adventures. This video is about my top 5 fun things to do in the woods. So here we go. The first thing that I like to do while in the woods, and it's obviously going to be the most obvious, and I'm sure a lot of people will definitely agree with this one, which is exploring. Just in general, going out for a hike, you're going out hiking, obviously you're going to go to explore. It's fun to find things. Things that you never thought were there, things that you never thought you would ever find. For me, for example, found this shelter. This is in a little small forest area near my house. It's so close to home, and now it's a hangout spot for me. I like to come here and just hang out, be me. Right now it's raining outside. I'll actually just kind of die down a little bit, but it's 3 walls and a roof for me. Also, just down the path there's also another debris shelter, a little teepee style. It's a little iffy, but it's made by kids. Not that I'm saying that they did a bad job, but most of these shelters out here are just going to be little half-ass things that kids usually just make for fun. But exploring in general, I went to another place where I found an old abandoned vehicle. It was really cool. It was sort of like a Bonnie and Clyde style vehicle. It was just old school. It had people have been using for target practice. The whole thing's riddled with bullet holes and everything. So definitely gave off that vibe. So exploring, just going out in general, walking around, trying to find some neat new things and fun little things. It's always a good treat. So that's number 1. Number 2, cooking. Whether it be a little simple, little small, little dinky little thing, or a whole meal, whether it's camping or hiking, I like to bring out my stove with me. Sometimes if I have some meat, I'll bring out a cast iron pan, a stove, a burner. Today, actually, right here, just off camera, here's my canteen cup, and I have some little water steam drippage. I got a chicken noodle soup in here from Tim Hortons, the canned soup that I just finished cooking up with my burner. So yummy. But it's still really hot, so unfortunately I don't want to burn my tongue while I'm on video here. I was going to leave the lid off for a little while, let it steam and cool off. So it's always nice to bring, especially when you're on the backcountry, out in crown land, stuff like that, where you are allowed to make fire. I'll make a nice, decent-sized fire. I'll get all those nice hot embers. I'll put my grill down, put my steak on there, get all the spices on there. Mwah. Love it. So cooking has always been a fun thing for me. Excuse me. Next up is hammock hanging. Just hanging out in general. It's nice to be out there just in general. I always bring my hammock with me. I bring it just about pretty much everywhere I go. I also have a spare one that I keep in my car, so that way it's like a little, during the summertime, I need a quick relaxation period, emergency hang. It's a hang anywhere. These are the straps. I have it, and this is the hammock itself. This is the Grand Trunk single hammock. It's about 10.5 feet long, 5 feet wide. They also have the double size, which is same length but 6 feet wide. It's meant for 2 people. And this has a 400-pound capacity, so it's definitely the right size for a big guy like me, and especially with the length of this and the width of this, is definitely more than enough room for me. Love hanging out in my hammock. I camp with my hammock, not necessarily this one, but a different one I have, the same company from Grand Trunk. And it's just nice in general to be able to hang out and just relax, especially when you got a nice perfect view that you got to look at and admire and love it. So don't want that roll off. It's a little bit muddy here, and some little dry spots where I got sitting there. Next up, wood carving. So I got my multi-tool knife with me today. I don't have my actual bush knife with me, but right now I'm actually in the process of wood carving what they call the figure 4 deadfall style trap. I'm not going to actually make the trap. I'm just making the sticks portion is all that I'm doing. So I got the little stick right here. So that's going to be the part of the number 4. And then let's see if I can hold this for you. So it's going to be like that. And then this stick here is going to go across like that. So the bait would be right on this side here. And then of course, yeah. So as I said, I'm just making it for fun, just practice with my wood carving skills and stuff. Wood carving in general, not necessarily a figure 4 trap like this. I like to do carving spoons. This is this is the second spoon I ever carved. This is out of birch wood, and I'm using it to eat my soup with today. So I like carving spoons, bow drill sets, slingshots as of lately. I also like doing little traps like this, and just in general, just whittling away with my knife and practicing my skills and stuff. I always find it's very fun to do, and it's very relaxing as well. So today I'm gonna try. Came out here to cook up my soup and relax. And if I get lucky enough and find a good, decent piece of wood on the ground, I'm also gonna find a block of wood so I can do some spoon carving with. All right. So next up, slingshots. I just love my slingshots. This one here is the Scout. Excuse me, the Scout LT from Simple Shot. There's the Simple Shot logo right there. It also has like a little bit that goes in here, but I chose not to have it in there because I like to have, when I rip it, I like to have my fingers slip in there so it locks it in my hand, so to speak. I'm actually supposed to hold it this way. You got the quick clips on here that holds the bands in place. It's just, I know how to tie them on just fine, obviously, but I find that these clips are very convenient for a quick replacement of the bands. And this is the band set it came with. So I like to carry this some sort of a slingshot around. I got this container here full of ammo. So today with me, I got my Scout slingshot with me today, and of course, as you've seen in previous videos, my everyday carry slingshot bands, the tube bands. These are 1842 bands. And actually the band set that you see in the recent videos, I actually had to replace it. So this one here is actually new. The other ones started getting really worn down quite a bit, especially right around where the ties are to the pouch. So I had to replace those and cut them off. The pouch itself I kept. The bands, unfortunately, were really, really roughed up. So unfortunately, I had to get rid of them and get them replaced. Same with my Torque, one of my Torque slingshot, the bright orange one. I had to replace the bands because I had a frame hit, and it caused the bands to get a little tear in them, so I had to replace those too. So I just did it all on the same day. So there you have it. That's 5 things that I like to do while out in the woods. Now, of course, everybody's different, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people who are definitely, and hey, put in the comments, some of the fun activities that you like to do as well. I'd love to hear them. So, also, but there's also a 6th thing I should probably mention, which is something I also really enjoy doing, which just in general is just general bushcrafting. I like to build shelters, not necessarily debris shelters. Sometimes I'll have a tarp with me. I'll set up my own tarp shelters, make a little fire, just pretend like I'm camping. Just even though if I'm just like there for the day, I'll just like set up my own little day camp and just work it and just like have a lot of fun with it. I'll set up a nice tarp shelter. I'll set up a nice little bedding area, just relax, enjoy myself. And I find it's just heavenly sometimes, especially on those really stressful days where you gotta really blow off that stress. It's just a heavenly kind of feel for me. Love it. So this is 6 things that I start off at 5, but now 6. There you go. 6 things that I like to find fun activities that I like to do while I'm in the woods. So it's Greenhat-Redbeard Adventures. Stay safe, have fun, see you around.